The year is 1962. The world watches, holding its breath, as two superpowers engage in a deadly game of chicken. The United States and the Soviet Union, armed with nuclear weapons, stand poised on the precipice of war. At the heart of this terrifying standoff lies a small island nation, Cuba. The Soviet Union, led by Nikita Khrushchev, has deployed nuclear-armed missiles to Cuba, a mere 90 miles off the coast of Florida. The move is a direct threat to the United States, and President John F. Kennedy responds with a naval blockade of Cuba. The world holds its breath. The threat of nuclear war has never felt so real. The tension is palpable, a suffocating blanket of fear smothering the globe. Every hour brings the world closer to the brink. Diplomatic channels are running hot, but a solution seems impossible. Both sides are heavily armed and deeply suspicious. The fate of the world hangs by a thread. Deep beneath the surface of the ocean, far from the political maneuvering and public pronouncements, a different kind of drama is unfolding. Aboard the Soviet submarine B-59, Captain Vasili Arkhipov and his crew are trapped in a steel coffin, surrounded by the crushing pressure of the ocean and the even heavier weight of responsibility. The Americans, unaware of the submarine's deadly cargo, begin dropping depth charges. They are trying to force the submarine to surface. Inside, the atmosphere is unbearable. The air is thick with the stench of sweat, fear, and diesel fumes. The submarine shakes and groans under the assault. The captain and his officers huddle, tense and grim-faced. Their orders are clear. If attacked, they are to launch their nuclear torpedo. They believe a war has begun. The decision weighs heavily on them, the fate of their families, their country, and the world in their hands. The pressure on Captain Arkhipov is unimaginable. The submarine is being battered, the air is stifling, the threat of imminent death hangs heavy. His first officer, convinced they're under attack, argues vehemently for launching their nuclear torpedo. The political officer agrees. Arkhipov, however, refuses to give the order. He knows that launching the torpedo would be an act of war, an act that could trigger a global nuclear holocaust. He argues passionately with his officers, his voice echoing in the confined space, his words a desperate plea for reason in the face of unimaginable pressure. The world outside, oblivious to the drama unfolding beneath the waves, waits with bated breath. Every tick of the clock pushes the world closer to the edge, but inside the submarine, a lone voice of reason holds firm. The decision weighs heavily on Arkhipov. The lives of his crew, the fate of his nation, the future of the world, all hang in the balance. He knows that launching the torpedo would be an act of war, an act that could trigger a global nuclear holocaust. In a moment of extraordinary courage and clarity, Arkhipov refuses to give the order to launch. He countermands his orders, defying his superiors and potentially sacrificing his own life and the lives of his crew. He chooses peace over aggression, diplomacy over destruction. His decision is a turning point, a pivotal moment in human history. His bravery, his commitment to peace, his sheer humanity prevents a catastrophe of unimaginable proportions. The submarine surfaces, and the world breathes a collective sigh of relief. Vasili Arkhipov's actions that day were an act of unparalleled courage and responsibility. He stood firm in the face of unimaginable pressure, choosing peace over war, and in doing so, saved the world from a nuclear holocaust. His story is a powerful reminder of the importance of clear thinking, courage, and a commitment to peace. Even in the most dire of circumstances, the world may never know what would have happened if Arkhipov had hesitated, if he had given in to the pressure and launched his torpedo. But one thing is certain. His actions that day serve as a stark reminder of the fragility of peace and the crucial role that individuals can play in preserving it. Vasili Arkhipov, a hero who never sought recognition, stands as a beacon of hope in a world still grappling with the threat of nuclear war. His legacy lives on, a testament to the power of one person to make a difference, to choose peace over destruction, and to remind us that even in the darkest of times, hope can emerge from the depths.